Blue blocking.
Mm.
Good afternoon, Jordan. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing good. How are you?
Hey, man. Thanks for making some time to do this live stream, do these intros today. You know what? I watched a couple other one of these, and I noticed that it's been a while since you've done an intro. And since we might have some new people watching and listening, I figure you should introduce yourself. Tell us what you do at PLED and how you help people like me keep our head on straight.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Jordan. I've been with PLED for 7 years, and currently I am special projects manager for certain accounts, and then also I oversee a lot of the customer service team when it comes to sales orders, layouts, RMAs, and when I have some free time, I help Joe out.
Yeah, buddy, you do. That's for sure. And for those of you who don't recognize me, I support and represent Principal in the Midwest, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Kentucky, and love it. So today we're going to do some introductions for some of the territory reps that are either newer or have adopted adjustments to their territories. And then we're also going to highlight the beautiful new Qwik Mod Mini module. Is that right?
That is correct.
Awesome, man. So I think we should go ahead and just dive in. I know we've got a couple people that are hanging out in the waiting room. I think we've got Jonah that can pop in for us, right?
Yeah, we'll start with Jonah. How's it going?
Hey guys, how you doing today?
Doing
Good
great.
afternoon, Jonah. So you know what, Jonah, you're the Pacific Southwest sales representative. What does that mean? What states are you covering, my friend?
So the territory consists of Southern California, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah. I also do travel to Alaska and cover that territory as well.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Nope.
I want a gig like that. I should be traveling to the Caribbean and Hawaii, right?
Well, if you notice, Hawaii is also on the map there as well as part of the territory. So we're
There you
happy to service the customers in Hawaii as well.
Oh, I bet you are.
Good grief. All right. Jordan, you have a question for Jonah, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask, and this is just us trying to get to know our outside sales team a little better. One question I had was, how did you get started into this industry, the sign industry?
So a long time ago, somebody told me about signs, and obviously not being in the industry, nobody has any idea what signs are unless you owned a business or had to buy a sign. Nobody really thinks about it. And the concept of electrical signage and vinyl signage, and that people can put vinyl on a vehicle and make a vehicle wrap out of that. So that was all brand new to me. I actually got started working at a small sign shop in upstate New York years ago, and things had progressed and the company grew and became a partner there. Time had gone on after that, and I had an opportunity to go into distribution with one of the national distributors in the sign industry on the East Coast, and I did that for quite a bit of time, about 7 years. And this is my new adventure now. Started January 1st, moved out to California, and happy to be here and represent such a fine product as Principal LED.
Awesome.
BEA, beautiful. A little known fact about Mr. Eisenberg is that you used to be a law enforcement officer. Is that correct?
I was. So before the sign industry, I was a New York City police officer.
Well, kudos, man. Respect. That's incredible.
Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guy. We got to pump a lot of people in here, but Jonah, thanks for making time and joining the live stream today. If there's any closing words that you have to say to anybody out there in your territory that would be listening, now is the time.
Yeah, great opportunity to see my face on on the live stream, and I'm looking forward to getting out there and seeing more people. Obviously, the recent months have been a little restrictive, but things are changing and things are getting more productive here as far as that goes. So I'm happy to go out. Happy if people would contact me, and I'll be in touch with them as well as the time progresses.
Ellen, let's throw Jonah's contact info on the screen here for those people in his territory. Here it is now. Shoot him a text, 914-329-8078. Jonah's your guy.
Perfect.
Awesome. Jonah, thanks for joining us, bud. Have a good one, all right?
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Hey, bud.
I saw your face, Jordan. You didn't know you used to be a cop, did you?
I did. Well, yeah, actually I did. He visited one time.
Oh.
And yeah, we did the retreats, which are always fun.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? If our buddy Todd was around, I'm sure it came up. And speaking of Todd, who's
There you
another
go.
one of our law enforcement officers involved, let's go ahead and bring Todd in. He is our Southwest Territory Manager for the Southern Region. Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Doorknecker.
What's
How's
going
everybody
on?
doing today? Thanks for having me on here.
We're great. We're a lot better now that you joined.
Oh,
Thanks for making time for us. I know you're a busy guy.
I'm flattered.
Good. So highlight for us, what is where are the lines for the Southwest Territory that you're responsible for and cover?
So I typically cover from El Paso east down I-20, south of I-20. So I've got the Austin, San Antonio market, the Texas Valley market, and then I stretch over into East Texas into southern Louisiana. So I've got all the southern I-10 corridor down in Louisiana.
Beautiful. I love it. And I have a question for you, Mr. Todd Doorknecker. You have been in the industry a little while now. You've diversified with different things that PLED has done, and found yourself being in a sales representative situation. So you work on all kinds of special projects, and I believe you brought a photo today of a particular project that you're proud of. Ellen, can you pull that on the screen for us real quick?
I did. So what you're going to see here, this is a customer out of Cedar Park, Texas Custom Signs. These guys do the bombshells program. This particularly sticks out to me. I work in the Katy and Houston area, and as I'm traveling down I-10, Katy, you can see this sign just pop and it stands out. So there's a couple of different PLED products in this sign. The channel letters have our Qwik Mod modules in it, but you'll see underneath and above and below the restaurant and bar, that's our Gen 2 street wrap with the red acrylic lens on it. Come out really nice, and it blends well. It really, really makes that building pop. You can see it from the interstate, crystal clear.
I'm actually really impressed. I'm very surprised at how matched the restaurant and bar looks to the border. It looks really good. The star, like, it almost looks like you photoshopped that in. It looks like so bright, and it's just like deleting everything around it. Like, it doesn't even look real. That's wild. So
That's the
are we
effect I
white?
think they were going for.
So acrylic polycarbonate and then blue vinyl on it.
Right.
And what do we got in there? Was that QM4 or
Those are Qwik Mod 3s.
Qwik Mod 3? God,
God.
that thing is on fire.
It looks good.
Looks great. They do a great job out there.
Man, that's absolutely incredible, man. So you said that they do this program. So is this a chain that is in Texas? Is there quite a few of these?
It is. They're starting to pick up traction a little bit, I think, in Texas. Seen them in some of the bigger metropolitan areas. I don't know exactly how many locations there are, but I know this up out of the Austin area is handling a bunch of these. So yeah, I think they do a great job. They're a great shop. They're 100% PLED shop. So we like to support these guys.
Love it, man. That's good stuff. Jordan, do you have another question here for Todd, or are we going to let him do his outro?
Yeah, I could ask another one. I'll ask you the same one that I asked Jonah.
Okay.
How to kind of get started into the sign industry.
So kind of like Jonah, I am a retired police officer. I work in this community, the community that we're headquartered in San Angelo, Texas, for over 20 years in various different capacities. I met Brian and Blake, Brian more first, and then Blake Brian's daughter and my daughter grew up together, played sports together. We traveled on club teams and stuff. So when it came time for the opportunity for me to retire, time served, if you will, Brian offered me the opportunity to come to work in the company as a project manager. I started in that capacity, took a management role in the general lighting side of the company. And then the opportunity came up in about 2 years ago to take on the Southwest Territory Manager role. I'll tell you, I've met a ton of great people out there. I have learned about the industry, about how products are built and how signs are built through working with these shops. Incredible group of people. You know, arguably, I think I have the best customer base there is.
All right. Well, Todd, you're contacted. Oh, look at Lauren popping in. I love this. Todd's the man. That's true.
Awesome.
I don't know if we could deny it and survive, right? I think that's kind of the threat that exists with a man of your stature, right? So you're the man, Todd.
It's all good. Appreciate you guys doing this today.
You're just a teddy bear. All right, guys. So we've got Todd's contact info here at the bottom. You can blow him up with some text too. He's here and available. Todd, did you want to share anything with your customer base community before you went on?
Just kind of Jonah's sentiment. You know, I know that with the pandemic, the way it's been the last few months, we're not able to get a whole lot of face-to-face time, especially in Louisiana. We can't get out there much. So, you know, just know that we're here. If we can do anything, please reach out. I'm making the efforts to reach out to you guys. If you know, we're here for you if we can do anything, and hopefully this will all change in the near future, and we'll get back out there and get some face-to-face time. Thanks again for all your dedication and loyalty to Principal LED.
Awesome.
Love it. What an outro, Todd. Thanks for joining us, bud. Have a good one, all right?
You too. Thank you, guys.
Look at that, man. That sign didn't look real. That's kind of
So
funny.
is our third guest, is he also going to be a former police officer or no?
Let's find out. You know what? Next is Dustin, the Northwest Territory Manager. Ella, let's go ahead and drag him in. Let's see if he can make up a story about him being a police officer in the past. So, Dustin, are you a cop?
I am unfortunately not a cop. My oldest brother is. My oldest brother decided to be the cop for the family, and I didn't want to steal any of his glory after the fact. So I let him be the proud and blue, and I try to stay away from the opposite side of that car.
Awesome.
Right. That's a good plan. So before Jordan jumps in with his question for you, why don't you highlight for us the territory that you cover?
The small little territory of the Northwest. We've got Northern California, Northern Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado.
Small territory. You know, looking at this, I think you cover more square miles than anybody else on this map.
My 2-year-old car has about 100,000 miles on it, so I think that could agree.
Oh, gosh.
It is quite possible that 3 of my territory could fit into yours. I think it's possible. I chose my territory very strategically. I'm very happy with the real estate that I have to cover.
You are a smart man, Joel. I need to learn a little bit.
Well, you kind of had a family situation that you fell into, right? You were born there, bred there, and you inherited a certain amount of real estate, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I blame him or thank him, but my good old father, Russ, got me into this industry pretty much as soon as I could crawl. He's been a manufacturer's representative for about 30 years now, and I thought I would have learned better growing up and seeing all the excitement that goes on, but I think I saw the excitement and couldn't go any other way. The sign industry it's just a different animal than what I've seen or experienced in restaurants or retail. It's outstanding. You see new stuff every day.
It's definitely different. That's for sure. So let's migrate on to our question. Jordan, you got it, right?
So Dustin, I just saw Todd's that bombshell job. was wondering, do you have any jobs that you've done recently in the past that you could show us and maybe go over and tell me what you like about them?
Yeah, of course. So many different projects that come from Principal that have been exciting. One that stands out, home of the San Francisco Giants, Oracle Park over in San Francisco. All throughout the stadium, you'll see these letters, home of the San Francisco Giants and Oracle Park. It is lit up beautifully with our Principal LED light tape, with some nice acrylic hiding in there to make it look beautiful and neon, but it is phenomenal and just shines throughout that park. So can't get to go see it this year, unfortunately, but once baseball starts to open up their stadiums again, I look forward to going back out to the park and enjoying some games and staring at our lights while we're watching it.
Are you a Giants fan?
I'm a Cubbies fan, but I do support the local Giants if I have to, but Chicago Cubs is my team.
Cool.
It looked like there were some more photos. Oh yeah, there we go.
This is the other one. So the Fat Cats Theater. This was a great project to work on. A little bit of headaches, as they're kind of similar to what Todd was working with, except this is RGB, and we had to make our Street Wrap Gen 2 RGB match beautifully with some Street Fighter RGB modules that had a little different acrylic on the faces of them. So getting this to dial in and match as beautifully as it does, but it shines from a beautiful distance. All the colors wrap perfectly, and they've got a variety of different sites in Utah and Arizona, and this should be the look moving forward for most of them.
That looks cool.
Wow, man. So, do you remember how much run footage of border you had on this project?
Oh, goodness. I don't remember the exact number, but it was extensive.
I mean, it looks like you probably have a front area there that's at least 150 feet, just the front of the building.
Yeah, it was, I want to say, into the 2000s.
Wow. That's wild. So you were able to dial in a blend with the Street Fighter and the Street Wrap for not like I was looking at that blue that you had and was just single-mindedly thinking about blue, but so any spectrum that you were achieving with RGB, green, red, blue, and everything in between, was they got to a healthy spot where everything looked blended.
Immaculate.
Wow. And what control systems did you use on this one?
Oh, we started to go with our basic one, and with everything we ran into with the variations, it ended up dialing into our new partners, Crotech, that helped save the day.
Of course they did, didn't they?
And
awesome, man.
The bowling ball logo, is that also our product?
Yep, that's the Street Fighter RGB. That was the one that was hard to make a match.
Gotcha.
The bowling, wait, when you say the bowling ball logo, what are you talking about?
Towards the center of the screen. If you see the Fat Cats front entrance, it's off to the left of that, and it's a RGB bowling ball. That was where they had that different acrylic that made it a little fun to match.
Is that like halo lit? Because it doesn't look.
Yes, it's halo lit.
Okay. Man, that's cool. How long ago did you do that one?
This project wrapped up right about middle of last summer, maybe early fall.
Awesome. That's good stuff, man. All right. Now that I'm done being fascinated with your photo, man. Oh, look, we got a little bubble here. Look at this. Lauren's
I think
Lauren, along here.
Hey, Dustin, I think Lauren is trying to get some brownie points so she can get a care package.
I like it. It has been a couple since the care packages have arrived. I'll have to send some goodies your way. I appreciate that, Lauren. Try to stay positive, and with the team we get to work with at Principal, you guys make it easy.
Hey, maybe we should have Lauren log into somebody else's account and put a comment up for us. Help us out here. All right, Dustin. We talked about your territory. You brought in a great project. What closing remarks would you have for your customer base and the community in your territory as we move on to our next guest?
Well, first and foremost, with everything that's going on in the world, hoping that everybody's staying safe and healthy. I know California right now, we're getting buried with wildfires, a lot of evacuations. So if anybody out there is in Northern California, please stay safe and say some prayers if you're not out here, because it is thick and smoky. As for the actual principal side of things, keep in touch. We're not going anywhere. We're here to help you. We're constantly innovating, new products coming out constantly. So information's down at the bottom. I am always a phone call, text, or email away. Don't hesitate to reach out. We're here for you.
Beautiful. Dustin, thank you for joining, my friend. Have a great day and be safe out there.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
That was awesome.
Yeah, man. I have to. He said it was quite a headache, man. I can imagine that trying to dial in blending two totally different products with, one's got a different beam angle than the other, and the distance between the substrate that's being illuminated and the LED itself is different. Like, that's pretty impressive that Qwik was able to jump in and help them blend that in a fashion that everything became seamless. That's pretty daggone slick.
Yeah. And to get the exact hue, that's what's awesome, is Qwik was able to achieve that with their system.
Well, that's why we partner with those guys, right? They're champs. All right, we've got our final guest, ladies and gentlemen, the infamous Will Vincent, one of our newest additions to the team, covering the Southwest. He's the Southwest Territory Manager. Jump on in, Will.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you, my friend. So you have a
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Go
What?
ahead, Jordan.
I was just gonna say we should have had like intro music for each one of them. That would have been awesome.
Like a walk-up song?
Yeah.
We'll do that when we post it on YouTube, right? Dun,
Okay.
Right.
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know what? For those people that are familiar with PLED, you kind of have a familiar last name. What is there some sort of connection here, Will?
Yes. So Blake Vincent is my dad, and Brian Vincent is my uncle. So I've been around this whole deal for quite a while.
Uh-huh. So I think the ideal and most pressing question that we should ask you is, being that you've been exposed to it for so long, tell me, how in the world did you get pulled into doing this when you've been able to sit on the sidelines and watch the nonsense for so long?
This question has been asked so many times, but so I guess, you go back 10 years, I've been, just around it, and a little kid, I grew up watching my dad and my Uncle Brian kind of doing what they do. And oddly enough, I started kind of helping out in the shop as a kid. Even in middle school, even when I didn't get paid, Blake said he'd take me to Buffalo Wild Wings if I worked hard enough. So,
There you go.
yeah. Then, through high school, I worked in the shop and making quick sticks and just kind of went through the whole cycle. And I just graduated college in May. And throughout college, I worked with the marketing team. Shout out to Lauren Conaway. She's awesome.
Here's the segue for the Facebook comment. Here we go.
Just wait for it.
So yeah, and then I got to know some of the sales guys after a while and got to kind of see what they do. And I got my feet wet in the whole sales deal, and that kind of brings me to here. I'm here in Fort Worth. I cover the greater DFW area, south of.
Well, yeah, let's pull up the map real quick so you can walk through that for us and let everybody know who you take care of.
Yeah, so that little bitty light blue speck there. No, so I cover the Red River border south, pretty much all the way to Waco. That kind of gets into that weird line where Todd is right there. Then I cover all the way east to Texarkana. So very condensed area, a lot of shops.
Beautiful, man. That's and so I think the you grew up around it, right? What there's a lot of things you could have went into doing when it comes to working with PLED. What caused you to gravitate towards doing sales versus, any number of things that you could have done at PLED?
Right. Well, I guess I kind of have that, and people always say this. I'm very much like my dad, Blake. We have the same mannerisms, the same just kind of vibe. I enjoy talking to people. I really do like people. I'm a people person. And so when I got to kind of experience some of the stuff that the sales guys do, not just the fun stuff like the retreats and the trade shows and all that, but getting out there and getting to meet people, I just enjoy it. I don't really like to sit down for too long. So
yeah, tell me about it. I can agree with that. So you're gonna get the most questions of anybody, because we're gonna being the newest member and filling up our time here. So the next question, being a part of that principal community, and of course being near home base and all of those things, what is the takeaway, or what is kind of the impact of the culture or the community at Principal LED? What would you have to say about that, and how has it impacted you? And I guess even furthermore, how do you think it's different from what you see in the industry right now?
Right. Yeah. So of course, like, being with Principal since its birth 10 years ago, we started off with 5 people, and Jordan was, around at that time as well, a very small shop, and we just grew, and now we're 120 plus people. But that small shop, or that small business culture, has not changed. And Blake and Brian do a really good job of instilling that in the employees. You look at our services, everything that we do for our customers, and our slogan, I guess, is "We speak sign language." But the one that really kind of is a testament to who we are as a company is "We exist to simplify the lives of our customers." And like I said, with our services and everything that we do, we really do care about our customer base. And I feel that every employee exemplifies that as much as they can. And it's truly unbelievable when you go from 5 employees to 120 plus. And you still have that same culture. It's truly amazing.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So Will, we're going to move on here. Is there anything you want to share with your customer base community before we move on to the next topic?
Yeah. Just stay safe. I know it's still crazy out there right now with all the COVID stuff, but big thank you to everyone who's helped me out in my transition. I've been in the sales aspect of it for a couple months now, and I'm loving it. I'm here in Fort Worth, Texas. So thank you to everyone, my customers, my fellow Principalites. Just thank you.
I haven't heard that term yet. Principalite. That's new. Will, thanks for joining. Happy to have you on the team here. Have a great one. Be safe out there, right?
Yeah, Will.
Y'all too. Take care, guys.
So Jordan, before we move on to talking about the QM Mini here, I wanted to touch on how Will Vincent so eloquently towed the company line with the slogan, and "We exist to simplify the lives of our customer." I think it's really easy to throw out catchphrases sometimes, but I think they're sometimes they can be taken lightly and easily ignored, especially by the people they're focused to be heard by. I would go as far to say that our effort to really make things simple and easy to work with Principal is a huge part of our success. My entire approach whenever I'm sharing our product line with a customer is to walk through the process that they get into whenever it comes to lighting a sign. And we don't have to walk through everything right now, but what's really crazy is that when someone looks at just populating a set of letters, it's like, how many people can they reach out to? And they have an entire US based layout team that'll pump out a layout in 24 hours and get it over to them so they know what to do. And some people don't need that, right? But I think there's more to be taken away from that, and to say that we're not just people that are hustling and slinging LEDs. We're people that are creating a complete solution for our customer base and continually looking for ways to make it so they can make money faster. We're not just in it to move boxes of LEDs and power supplies. We're in it to be a partner with our customer base and be profitable with them. And that's huge when people realize, like, no, we want to be involved. We want to be connected to your business. We want to help you. How can we make your life easier? How can we make it more simple? And Principal has an incredible track record of continuing to launch services and products that make what we do so much easier. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you have, and I've been with Principal for 7 years, and one thing that's never changed is we will do everything we can to make sure that we can make a solution for you before we even have to go down the road of we can't do it, because 9 times out of 10, we can do it. And another thing is if we know the answer is yes, we can do it, we go even a step further and try and say, how can we make this more efficient, cost saving, and, you know, customer acceptable as far as brightness and what your application is. So yeah, I second everything you just said.
Beautiful. So let's go ahead and we'll move on to the Qwik Mini conversation. And I think Mr. Doorknecker wants to join us again
Nice.
as we walk through that conversation.
Oh, hey guys.
Welcome back, Mr. Doorknecker. Did you have a snack while you were in the waiting room?
Pounded a water real quick.
All right, so I'll do a quick intro for this product. I will highlight how I have utilized this new resource with my client base, and then you know, I'll have both of you guys chime in on how you guys have utilized this resource. So for those of you listening and watching that have not heard about this, we have a new mini module. It has an optic lens on it. The one that you are looking at right now performs at a 1-inch depth away from a piece of acrylic that's 3/16 inch thickness. So this has been something we've all been wanting for some time. And I think where this fits in and where I have utilized it with my customer base has been routed out acrylic letters. And when I say routed out acrylic letters, I'm talking taking, you know, an 1.25 inch piece of acrylic and hogging it out, and then with a channel that allows it to set on a substrate that these LEDs are mounted to. So it's been incredible for that, but just in general, shallow applications, anytime that we really start getting below that 3-inch in depth mark, whether that be a set of channel letters or whether that be a cabinet, it has been a wonderful resource to have in my tool bag to help customers out, because it's been the situation where otherwise we're saturating, you know, a set of letters or a cabinet with LEDs that ideally are not designed to be working in those shallow applications. So whoever wants to go next, go ahead and chime in and share what your experience is with this product.
I was just going to say real quick, when we first started carrying this product, I actually laid eyes on it, and I was surprised at how small it was. This dude is tiny. And I think that we use this mainly in, like, you had an application where you used it in hogged out channel letters, but also channel letters that are 5 inches tall. So it's really, really small channel letters. A good one for this one as well.
Yeah, that's where I'm seeing it. You know, with the popularity of these small architectural light, you know, in interior applications, we're seeing folks that are building letters, like Jordan said, 4 and 5 inches tall. They want to illuminate them, you know, with a 1-inch stroke or even smaller sometimes. So, and even that equal depth, you know, 1 to 2 inches in depth. They want to be able to light these. So. You know, some of the problems we were having in the past were just by virtue of the size of the modules. You couldn't get them in there, and light tape didn't bend that way. And so we came out with this product, had a lot of really good traction with it. And it allows the customers to be able to put this, like I say, in the shallow applications, the narrow applications. So we're seeing a lot of good traction with it. Some good things to come with this line in the future too.
Absolutely. So something that we don't have pictured here is we also have what's called the Qwik Mod Mini 1 HD, where we have tightened up the wire gap with that module that has the one diode on it. So we quickly realized when we launched this product that many of the applications, if you have that extra wire, you don't have the real estate to tuck that around without creating some sort of shadow or something. So we've got one, and I don't know offhand that wire gap spacing, so if either one of you know that, but I think I remember looking at it. So it was like roughly a 1 inch between each module or something like that, right?
Exactly. Yeah. 6 mods a foot, 6.1 mods a foot.
Awesome. And we do have all of the current tech data up on the website. So if anybody has some interest or a project that they think they could utilize this product on, go to p-led.com. You click on products. You're going to go to the Qwik Mod section, and this will be part of that drop-down option, the Qwik Mod Mini, and it'll include the details and output for the Qwik Mod Mini 1 as well. And next, we're going to talk about the photo contest. I'm gonna let you take the lead on that one, Jordan.
Okay. Just like every week, we're going to get the pop-up for the photo contest. Sweet. Yep. So June 5th, September 8th. So September 8th is still going to be your last day to enter your photo for the photo contest. First, second, and third place winnings. And as we said on the previous live streams that we've done, you're going to be able to be featured on the printed and digital lookbooks and then also on our website and social media. So get those in. We're coming up on our deadline. We've got about a week and a half. So send us your photos.
So for those of you who don't know what the lookbook is, it's a piece of promotional material that I think we do biannually. I think we do 2 of them a year typically. Lauren, you can chime in with a comment if I'm wrong, because you would know. And what happens is we take these pictures that customers send into us and we highlight them, and we send them across the country. So it's free promotion for your company, and it highlights the quality of your work. So not only could it be spreading the word of the great work that you're doing, but also it connects you with other sign manufacturers throughout the states that would be able to reach out and leverage you for an install or building and installing a sign in a territory that maybe they necessarily don't have the ability to get to. So shout out to Lauren for operating and running this photo contest, and also for our beautiful little QM mini photos that we had earlier in the live stream. All right, well that wraps up the content that we wanted to cover here today. Really quick, if you jumped in last second and you missed some of this, we're first going to post this on YouTube and you can watch it later. For those of you who might not have seen your rep that you work with and are interested in getting connected, again, you can go to p-led.com. You go to contact, and it's going to have a list of all of the representatives and the territories that they cover. And just know that we're still out here, and we're hungry and looking for things to do. So if you want to learn about something, you've got a special project, you should definitely reach out. We've been using virtual resources to connect and do things like this to help everybody out and continue to grow their business. So, gentlemen, thanks for being. Oh, look, Colleen jumped in.
Yeah, you got a comment.
Hey, Colleen. So I wanted to thank both of you for joining and making time to be on the live stream today, and everyone who's watching. We appreciate your time, and thanks for joining, gentlemen. Do you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Well, thanks for having me. Like I say, we'll be getting back out on the streets pretty quick, and look forward to seeing our folks out there. Y'all have a good one and be safe.
Stay safe.
How about you, Jordan? Awesome. Hey, everybody, thanks. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, all right? Have a good one.
Take care.